Hey guys, so I'm going to be reviewing Malum, which is a horror film that came out this year, and it is a reimagining of a film called Last Shift, which I have a review of that film, and I enjoy that film for how low budget and obscure it really is. I think it is a underrated gem. But something interesting about Malum is that one, this one was released in theaters, while Last Shift I'm pretty sure was direct to video. But this one was released in select theaters and it's by the same director. So the only place I found this thing playing was a theater about 45 minutes away from my house. And it's a nice theater. I enjoyed going there. They have a bar there. They have really comfortable seats. The sound is pretty good. So I enjoy going to that theater. But anyway, that's off topic. But anyway, so if you don't know Last Shift, this plot line is pretty much the same. Now I'm just gonna explain it, but anyway, it's pretty much about this rookie police officer that offers to take uh, the last shift of this dying police station because her father worked there, and she wants to work in the same place her father worked, even if it's for only one night. And then when she works there, she has there's a bunch of stuff that goes down with a satanic cult. Now, anyway, would I say this film is better than Last Shift? Yeah, it's a lot better than Last Shift. It's a lot better. It's let me just name the reasons why. One, it's bigger budget, which is really good. So it is, and you can easily tell it's bigger budget. The effects are much better. The effects on the cultists, I think, are really, really well done. The effects on that demon that you see at the end is great. That was a very awesome looking demon. The movie itself is definitely more intense than Last Shift. Um, it's a lot more intense, especially in that third act. Things do get pretty wild, so it's a lot more intense than Last Shift, and the film is gorier, like definitely gorier. There is one scene that is a decapitation scene that you're gonna make this face. You're gonna be like, yeah. So it's pretty violent, a lot more violent than Last Shift, and a lot gorier, and it's a lot more intense. Now, here's so I think it's a lot better of a film. I think this is a great film, and it's definitely one of my favorite movies of this year so far. And I really think it was well worth the 45-minute drive I had to go to see it. Um, and the lead actress here is very good. She might be better than the girl in Last Shift, probably. And this movie is also deeper than Last Shift because one pretty big issue I had with Last Shift is the fact that a lot of things were left unexplained. But in here, they actually explain a lot more, which they don't really explain it in full detail, but you understand what's happening and you do have a clear cut answer. So I really enjoyed this film a lot. I love this film, and it's made by this new studio from this year called Welcome Villain, which has made one other film that came out this year called Hunt Her, Kill Her, which is a invasion horror film that I haven't seen yet, but I might watch. But if um, but just judging by Malum, they might just have a bright future ahead of them. Um, the only thing that I want to comment on is that the director decided to remake his own project. Now, um, usually stuff like that only happens as if your original effort was a flop. And the thing is that Last Shift wasn't really a flop. It was actually pretty successful for how low budget it was. Now, this isn't like a negative for the movie, but I feel like they that he could have done like, a prequel or a sequel to Last Shift and just make it bigger budget, make it more intense, make it more gory. Um because we could have gotten every awesome thing that we've gotten here in like, a sequel or a prequel rather than it being a reimagining. But overall, that's not really a complaint at all. That's just something that I wanted to comment on. And I really enjoyed this. a lot. This is definitely one of my favorite films of last year, and it's the movie kind of just came out of nowhere. I was just scrolling through my local theater's website and I came across this poster and I thought it looked really cool. So I watched the trailer and it immediately had me intrigued. Then I found out it was a reimagining of Last Shift and that it was by the same director. So I was even more intrigued. So I was very excited to see this movie and I had to drive 45 minutes, as I said, but I felt like it was well worth the drive that I had to go to see it. And I really enjoyed it. Definitely one of my favorite movies of this year. Highly recommend checking it out. But anyway, that is my review of Malum. So if you've seen this movie, let me know what you thought about it in the comments and subscribe to my channel to see more horror and thriller reviews.